Welcome to our life in the Philippines. I'm going to give you a little update. Monday 11th, I think it is today, around 8 p.m. in Manila time. And I just wanted to come in and say hi to everybody, say hi to our subscribers, wishing you well. I know Mother's Day passed by. We should have done a little Mother's Day video, but it didn't happen. And I also called my mother and I said, Happy Mother's Day. And she said, oh, that's not here. Not until May 30. Sweden celebrates Mother's Day towards the end of May, not in the beginning of May. So, got to remember to send her a Mother's Day greeting again, a couple, 3 weeks from now. Anyway, just want to give you an update. The quarantine was extended to the 15th with the enhanced community quarantine. And I have seen a little bit of things that has been relaxed over the last few weeks, or few days. I've been out to get some supplies and some other things in the store around here, and I can see that we have a lot more traffic than we have had in a long time. So it is maybe coming back to normal, or about to go back to normal, hopefully, as we go into what I believe is going to be the general community quarantine. Changes a lot of things. People are slowly allowed, I think, to open up their doors and other things. We have not, however, got the official answers from our government in Manila, and we haven't heard from President Duterte regarding the decision to move on. All I know is that this past weekend, I think Saturday or Sunday, with the COVID team task force that the government had put together, had some meetings, and we are expecting to hear from them hopefully by tomorrow, so we can start planning to get back into the scope of things, which would be nice. You know, my wife says, oh, I am bored. I'm bored. And I understand her. I'm the one that had what they call the quarantine pass to get out and go to the store. So I've gotten out a little bit here and there just to do necessity shopping in the stores and that kind of stuff. However, she has been in this house now for 2 months, except we have gone out and take a little walk down the street and come back, that kind of thing. And she has helped me as the distribution we have worked on, and I'm going to get into that here in a minute. The distribution we have worked on, she had been following us, and she's been coming out that way, but maybe once a week or twice a week she's been out for any length of time. And not does it only get boring to sit in the house, it's also you don't get the fresh air, you don't get the sun, and you need all that for your common well-being. And hopefully all that is going to change by next week. And I think when it comes to the general quarantine, you no longer need your quarantine pass to get into the store. And she can start doing a little bit of that and take over from me, and I can kick back and sit at home for a while and let her do it. The general quarantine is actually, what they're saying is that they are going to keep the quarantine on elderly people, and I guess I'm considered elderly. I don't feel elderly, but I guess I'm considered. So anybody 60 years or older, they want to still keep at home. That remains to be seen, though. We'll see what the new rules are that will come out here on. Hopefully, somebody should come out with it. The 15th is on Friday, and it was extended to Friday. So somewhere between then and now, we should hear what the new rules are. So hopefully that's gonna kick off something good for us. Anyway, over the last 4 weeks, we did see a need here. The city has done a little bit of their part, but I don't think that the quantity of the relief that people have gotten is for sure not enough. It's something that I think is hard. I figured over, well, it'll be almost 60 days here this week. They have distributed, as far as I know, and don't hold me to it, but as far as I know, they've gotten out about 6 kilo of rice, a few cans of sardines, and other, I think some meatloaf in a can and a few other things, and 3 cups of coffee in 60 days. That's all I have seen around here, and a lot of people here are in dire need. It's one thing for us retirees that are maybe living on our pensions from overseas and other things coming in, where we have, at least so far, and hopefully that will not change, money coming in every month, and we don't financially feel the pressure like the people here do. People here in general makes about $8 a day, and the cab drivers, not so much cab drivers, I mean the jeepney drivers and trike drivers, what they take in that day is money they can feed off at night when they get home to the family, and now they've been sitting parked basically for almost 2 months. They haven't been making any money, and some of them, I heard in Angeles, they got desperate and started picking up people and that, and apparently there was big trucks, tow trucks or whatever, with ramps on it. So they caught the trike drivers and put their trike on a flatbed truck, and told them basically they get it back when this whole thing is over, because they broke the rule. I can understand these people; they're getting desperate, and that desperation turns out in many ways. But the lack of nutrition, lack of food, is probably the most dire need they have, and especially here in this barangay and this area, there is, I don't know, got to be hundreds, and I'm going to tell you the numbers that we have met and contributed a little bit of milk to the infants and the toddlers, and we are approaching, with God's help, we're approaching about 500 children that we have been able to supply a little bit of milk for over the last couple of weeks. And it's dire. I hear people every day saying, I don't have milk. And some mothers, they're just giving birth, they have babies, they're 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old, 1 month old. And because of their lack of nutrition, I think their breastfeeding dries up. So it's been a tough situation. I want to give a little praise to some of the people that actually have helped us quite a bit in getting this out. It's not by any means am I doing this on my own. I could not have done it on my own. So there's a lot of people around us that actually are local here, the local Filipinos. We have former barangay captain here that knows the area inside out, like anything I have seen. He knows people, they know him. He was here for 12 years and was a barangay captain, and he knows how to find a need, or where the need is probably a more correct way of saying things. So he has helped us tremendously to get rice out, milk out, infant formula, toddler formula. We have focused on children between 0 and 3 years old because that is the biggest need. So thank you everybody on the team, a task team. You know, they have been going to get the stuff for us. They're bringing the things in. They helped us repack the rice. We get these 50-kilo bags of rice, and it has to be repacked into 2-3 kilo bags that we're giving away and that kind of stuff. And they've been a tremendous help. I could not have done it without them. Secondly, I could not also have done this without our friends over in United States from Wings CRS. And they really deserve a praise as well for their commitment, for their passion to help those who really need it. So I just wanted to come in and say thank you to everybody who is participating in this, and we're going to move forward. When this is over, we're still going to continue because we, and I say we because we're a team here, we deem that it will take a couple of weeks, once people start going back to work before they can start filling up their wallets and other things. So it will take a little while for them to get back on their feet. So we're going to continue past this with a little bit of help for food, rice, whatever. A good thing today, one of the city workers that works with the mayor, the former captain here, came and see me, and he said tomorrow this community, San Isidro Dao, will actually receive 25 kilo rice per family, and also, from what I understand, a voucher for 1,000 pesos, which is about $20. But it goes a long way for Filipino families. It goes a long way. It is good for low proteins and other things that they desperately need at this point. And that distribution actually going to start tomorrow, so I'm going to do a little video on that as well. I'm going to follow the team, the Mabalacat City Task Force team, and follow that distribution as well a little bit and show it back to you. The mayor here, I think, is doing a great job. It can't be easy to be somebody who sits and have to make a lot of tough decisions. And we think that they have been doing their absolute best. Could things have been done differently in certain areas? Absolutely, I think so. But we learn as we go, and so do they. And they've done a great job. And as I mentioned, we have tried to get some milk out. And I did a little count last night, after we got another distribution of milk out, formula. I did a little count, and we have so far gotten formula out to toddlers and infants in the number of 400 plus in this barangay, and there's a lot more children here. And we need to do a little more, and hopefully things are going to start changing this week, where people can go back to work and everybody can start getting back on their feet. Everybody deserves it. I think the community here has obeyed, if you call it the ordinance or whatever you call it, pretty good. Most people have stayed inside. And in the beginning, when we started distributing the rice a little bit, it was a little hard for people to keep the community social distancing is the word I'm looking for. But over the last few distributions that the camera and everybody has followed, we have seen an increase in understanding the social distancing. They also put for the milk distribution, mothers and children approaching to get their pouch of milk, they have to have a mask on, and pretty much I would say 99.9% has understood that and followed those rules. So it has been interesting to see the development on that. As far as the loosening up the quarantine also, I haven't been out much, but I do get out a little bit, and I was out just a few minutes. I think it was Saturday morning early. I had to go and get a few things in the store. I could see that there's a lot more traffic. It's a lot more traffic. Traffic is getting intense. It's not back to where it was when the quarantine started, but there's a lot more out there. So something is in the works to get the society back. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, that was a little update from us here at Our Life in the Philippines. And don't forget also that every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m. Manila time, we are doing our live feed, and I've been holding the live feeds to anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour, and sometimes people has come in when I actually just signing off, and that's the time we have, 7:30 p.m. Wednesdays till 8:30, and if you're not getting in before 8:30, you missed it for that time. I will still save the file on our channel, and you can watch the discussions going on. If you have subjects or things you want to talk about and discuss, feel free to just come along and do so. The other day we are going to have live feeds. I decided to do it twice a week. Will be Sunday morning Manila time at 8 a.m. and that would be Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for you out Eastern. Remember, Manila is GMT plus 8, so that's a good thing to remember. So we'd like to see you there, and if you're planning on moving here, if you have things that you need to ask about, feel free. Ask any question you can, and we will try to answer as much as we can. And that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. We love you all out there, our subscribers, and I hope sincerely that everybody is doing well, and we'll see you again at the next video. Please hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. Let me give you, before I sign off, let me give you just a little thing on the thumbs up. YouTube has an algorithm, and the more thumbs up you have and the more likes you have, and obviously subscribers, but what does that affects the algorithm a little bit is comments and thumbs ups, thumbs downs, or whatever, and that helps us. So you can help us move the channel forward, get it more interesting by just hitting that little thumbs up for us when you watch our videos and all that, and we would greatly appreciate that. God bless and thank you, and we'll see you soon again. Wait! Don't click that button unless, of course, you hit the subscribe button, and then you can move on. And while you're down there, hit the notification button as well. And if you leave a like or a comment, we will personally respond to you on all or any request you might have. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you again